The Maryville Saints Hockey Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the Maryville University Hockey Center. I'm Todd Panula, and I'll be bringing you all the action tonight as it's an ACHA Division I women's matchup. The Maryville Saints are obviously the home team this evening, and they come in with a little bit less than a stellar record at 1-2, but it's been an overall good start to the season for the Saints as they won their first game of the season, defeating Miami of Ohio by a score of 3-2. And that'll kind of play into the connections between them and their opponent this evening. Unfortunately for the Saints, they weren't as successful in their following two games, which were against their rival, the McKendree Bearcats, if I could get the words out. The Bearcats ended up winning both of those matchups by a final score of 3-2. So from the Saints' perspective, obviously they're disappointed getting those losses, but you have to look at the positives in that it kept each and every game close. They were in it right until the end. You get into a situation to where you have winnable games, and unfortunately for the Saints, they couldn't pull it out at the end. But as long as you're there, that is the main thing. And then you hope that the results will start to come down the road as positive play ends up snowballing into positive results. Whether or not they'll get that result here this evening remains to be seen, but they are facing a tough opponent as it's another rivalry matchup. This evening, it's the Lindenwood Lions that come to town, as these two teams always seem to play each other pretty tough. One of our first broadcasts for this women's program was over at the Centene Center, facing off against this Lindenwood program. Now, Lindenwood comes in with a lot of pedigree on their side, regardless of what division, regardless men versus women. They always end up with pretty good teams. It was a slightly down year for the Lindenwood Lions last year, but still overall they have a decent amount of talent. So it's always a good test for the Saints to go up against the Lions each and every time. Well, last year it was a pretty good result. It was a close loss. Lindenwood ended up with the victory, obviously, but it was a situation to where the Saints did themselves well in their first showing on the road. They managed to really get things rolling and have a positive result, even though they didn't get the win at the end. Tonight, they're looking for a little bit of a different result. Now, I mentioned one of the things that kind of similar between these two teams is a 3-2 decision against Miami of Ohio. Well, the Lions ended up with that same result as the Lions come into tonight at 1-2-1. Lindenwood beat Miami of Ohio 3-2, but they would end up splitting that series as they did play a series against Miami. They lost 3-0, I should say, in their second game, and then they played a tough Liberty opponent. They lost 7-2, and then a tough overtime loss of 3-2 in their last game heading into tonight. So it should be an excellent matchup between these two rivals. The Saints looking for their second victory of the season, as are the Lions. We'll see who picks that up here this evening. They've started the smoke. They've dimmed the lights. They are ready to get things rolling here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. We'll take a quick break for your national anthem. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups, and we'll have the puck drop here at the MUHC. Don't go too far. The game is about to start here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Howie's Stretch Grip Tape is a self-adhering cushiony gauze for better grip at the end of your knob. It's spongy for maximized comfort and cushion on your gloves, and it's soft yet abrasive to ensure the best grip. Howie's Pro Grip Tape is self-adhering with no adhesive to create an all-around grip on your stick knob. It uses a thinner material than our Stretch Grip Tape to create a coarse abrasive tack on your gloves, and it's used around the globe by professionals.
In today's sports world, high-quality video and accurate data are key elements for improving team results, player development, and fan engagement. Pixelot, the world's leading AI automated sports production company, provides an end-to-end video and data solution for fans, players, and coaches. Pixelot systems are installed around the world and produce thousands of live matches every day with customized live graphics, ads, color commentary, and play-by-play.
Left wing feed goes.
At the end of the game, our AI generates highlight reels 100% automatically. Analysts and the coaching staff get video breakdowns and stats from VidSwap, Pixelot's video analysis platform. Each game captured is automatically broken down by sports professionals on a video editing platform for in-depth analysis. The real-time game breakdowns from live video and official data include shot charts, heat maps, and detailed game, team, and player stats. The platform offers a variety of editing and self-coding tools, so you can easily review plays and coach your team better both during and after the game. This all-in-one, cost-effective solution also allows you to telestrate, tag, and add notes to each move, and watch your upcoming opponent's matches on the Video Exchange platform. Pixelot produces and analyzes thousands of games every single day from over 130 leagues and tournaments around the globe. Join the AI revolution in sports.
College hockey. It's more than just what school you play for. More than just another sweater you pull on. It's about focus, determination, strategy, and poise. It's more than just packed rinks and screaming fans. It's about heart, skill, and passion. In nearly 30 years of the ACHA, we don't just play the game of hockey. We are the game of hockey.
And we've got the puck drop here at the Maryville University Hockey Center. Your starting lineups for the Maryville Saints: Emma Gerwitz, Maggie Brawley, Logan Aran, Maud St. Louis, and Maddie Jonan. And in goal, it is Sawyer Duncan. The Lindenwood Lions end up with possession in the early going as we played a little over 20 seconds. Skating in on the far side is St. Louis. She gets up to the circle, centering pass, missed its target. Lions collected along the near side boards, and they look to scoop it out. Lost it in the corner, regained. Lindenwood tosses it back. Gerwitz from the point, wrist shot in, and that forces a pad save from the goaltender for Lindenwood, who is Emily McDonald. They dig in along the corner boards. O'Leary gets a stick to it. Centering pass, and the shot was knocked down. Lions collect it and head out towards center. They will dump it in on a line change. Duncan will toss it over to the side and keep things alive. Gerwitz sends it up the near wing. Too strong there for Cooper. Saints still get into the zone. Whacked at by O'Brien. Saints will go off on a partial change as they're switching up some of their defenders. Puck comes out into the neutral ice, collected by Gerwitz, and she sends it over the blue line. Up to the red line for O'Leary. She feathers one in. Cooper skates onto it, lost it in the skates, regained it, and handed it off to Paige Stelzer. She sweeps it back towards the blue line, not enough steam on it. Aaron came up, tried to dig in. Lions still get it out. Little touch pass up the near wing, bringing it in and taking a shot. And a good one, as that one was knocked away. Turcotte with the wrister. They go off on a change. Aaron digs in on the corner, trying to get that loose. It's caught up in the skates, and now there's a scrum. 2 minutes played here in the first period. Lindenwood out shooting the Saints 2-1. Greenfield vacated the corner, and now there's a big check there. There's a penalty coming up. That should go against Lindenwood. I believe it's going to go against Callie Philippe. Nobody heading to the box yet for Lindenwood as they're trying to get clarification from the official. And it's actually going to go against Mackenzie Frost. So 16, not 26. So the first power play of the game goes to Maryville. Saints with a chance to take an early lead here if they can capitalize on the power advantage. On the face-off dot, Jonan wins it, and they get it back to the point. Straight away, they toss it over to the near circle. Gerwitz stepped up, got a piece of it, but Lindenwood found the loose puck, and they bang it down the ice. That kills off the first 15 seconds or so of this Maryville power play. Saints now giving the puck away in their defensive zone. They steal it off the boards, but too strong for St. Louis. Gerwitz skates back into the corner. Pressure coming from the backside from McAlpine. Gerwitz sidesteps it. Jonan gets it over to the far side. O'Brien sidesteps the body check. O'Leary pumps the brakes and looks for support. Tossed down towards the end line, but couldn't be handled. Lions collected in the corner. They try to reverse, but hand it away. Saints on possession on the perimeter. Gerwitz from the point, back to the half wall. Two struggled to handle. Gerwitz steps up with a little bit of a slapper, and the rainbow shot bounces just wide. Pressure from the corner, but they couldn't quite get it in. And this one is knocked out. 16:30 to go here in the first period. It's a power play for the Saints. Possession has been a little bit tough to come by here at this man advantage. 30 seconds remaining now in the man advantage. Gerwitz goes up the gut, almost intercepted as she found the stick of Stelzer, but there was a defender right on her. Frank turns, spins, and fires it in to head off on a change. Drop pass for Gerwitz as Toole heads up ice. Gerwitz slows things up, however. Finds a seam up the middle, but it's off the skate. Jonan had it hit off the blade, and then she was in across the line a little too quickly. So it's an offside against the Saints. 5 seconds left in the Maryville power play, and we'll have a neutral zone draw. Lions win the face-off as McAlpine took it, and then it got caught up in the skates of the official. The linesman was kind of in the way. Nab steps up, keeps it alive, but not for long as it's tossed over the far side. Fanning on the push back into the zone was Kelsall, and now they dig in right over by the Lindenwood bench. Back to 5-on-5 play. Maryville failed to muster a shot on that power play attack. Near side push to Cooper. Slides it up the boards, out towards center. A jab up towards the blue line. Didn't find its intended target. Potential breakaway thwarted. Wrist shot in. Duncan covers. And we'll have a stoppage with close to 5 minutes played. Lions changing up their lines. Maryville was trying to scoop it out, unsuccessful the first time and the second time. Third time, still not out. Fourth time, finally crosses the blue line. Lions have it at center. Bell brings it up the near wing. Now sidesteps the defender. Wrist shot deflected. Getting a stick to it was O'Brien. Saints get it into the neutral zone, but lose control of it towards center. White slowed it up and then just backhands it into the attacking zone. Aaron flips it off the near side glass. Stelzer tries to go on a forecheck, as does O'Leary, putting the pressure on O'Connor. They give it away, but caught up in the skates. O'Leary just couldn't get a clean handle. Lions can't clear on the far side. Centering pass, but a little too much direct through the middle. Needed to be angled towards the net. Lions come off the bench. Bringing it in now is Bell. She's sandwiched up against the boards, and that jostles the puck loose. Deflected puck, heads out of play. Either team getting a good grasp on the offensive side of things here in the early going. Shots favoring the Lions. Saints have had some good pushes into the offensive zone, but the puck always seems to kind of slip away just like it did right there. A bouncer towards goal goes off the stick of Turcotte. She settles in behind the net. Angles one off the near side boards. If this crosses the end line, it'll be icing. And we get the whistle with 13:37 to go here in the first. Drop back to Gerwitz off the faceoff. She has no choice but to shovel one down into the corner. Rolls all the way to the far side. Lindenwood intercepted the center. Now they come out with Bell crossing the line. A little wrister towards goal. Glove save! That was actually Mackenzie Frost with the offensive opportunity. The first time it hit the defensive shin pad. Then she took a second whack at it, and it went right into the trapper of Sawyer Duncan. Duncan comes into tonight with the lone win for the Saints as she won that first game against Miami. She comes in with a .943 save percentage and a 1.95 goals against. Saints get it back out to center, but give it up. It's poked into the offensive zone as the Lions gain control. Now a chance towards goal. Stick save made. Singheiser was denied from the slot. A little sidestep move by Nab as she works it out towards the left wing. Shuffleboarded in by O'Leary. They dig in on the corner boards and Lions come away with it. Saints have done a good job to pin it up against the wall, but then it seems like the Lions have had, no pun intended, the lion's share of the win on the board battles. Aaron takes it right back into pressure. Long shot from center. Duncan calmly puts it down. And that's something that's good to see from her here in her second year with the Saints. Is last year, a lot of times when those long shots would come in toward center, she would just elect to freeze the puck up, which caused a lot of face-offs. Seems to be a little bit more comfortable allowing her defenders to come back and pick up some of these pucks. Lions with it, and then the puck got caught up along the referee's skates. The stripes getting in the way here tonight. Saints come out on the break, in towards the slot, and then it's poked loose from Kelsall. That was Toole who has ridden into the boards. Stratford with a shot, that one knocked down. Loose puck over towards the far corner. Pitchforked ahead by Turcotte. Given away in behind the Saints net. Gerwitz heads up. Numbers still favoring the Lions, though. The Saints come in on some late pressure. Lindenwood with it. Deflected puck comes over towards the near wing. Philippe comes in. Stick save made on her shot from just outside the circle. Saints try to counter again, but the pass too close to the skates of Cooper. Lions have it in the near side corner. Back to the near side point. That was thwarted. Puck back to the corner boards. Closing in on halfway through this period. A centering pass. Good handle there by Fisher to find it on the backhand. Still couldn't grab it cleanly. Saints have it on the far boards. Ice in front. Now picking up speed on the left wing. Saints try to put it in front and didn't get through. They were looking for Cooper on the dish. Back towards the slot. Looking for Brooks. And again, they cannot connect. Poisson charges into the offensive zone. Wants to get it back on the forehand, but it's poke checked away. O'Connor with the little jab, and then Poisson hits the ice in behind the cage. Saints trying to dig in. A 4-player scrum here on the near side. Nobody seems to be able to scrape it off the wall. Now there's 6 players in there. Finally it comes loose. Forwarded over to the other side and out towards center. Saints recollect. Lose it at the red line. And now it's with Wasserman. Rink wide, Jonan. Off the far boards, intending it for Poisson. Lions were wise to that play. Almost an ill-timed back pass. Saints get away with it. They angle it over to the far side, and then they're intercepted as Nab was right in the way. Peeling back, the Lions look to get it to the point. Opportunity for Turcotte. Her shot didn't get through as it was knocked over to the corner. A lot of corner battles going on right now. O'Leary with the puck as she floats past her own bench. Gets up to the red line, but no further as the Lions go back the other way. Frank brings it in. Slows it up. Takes a bit of a bump, but stays in possession. Shot in. That's blocked off the stick of Frost. She heads off on a change. Good stick handling as working it in is Shatford. And a little poke check knocked it loose in towards the middle. And it was just away from the stick of its intended target. Fuchs heads off on a change, and now it's given away. Aaron makes up for her mistake as she was able to slide that one loose. It got caught up in the skates of McAlpine again. Lions charge right back in. Shatford and McAlpine along the near wall. Aaron pushes it over the far side. Kelsall tries to continue it on its way. Stelzer bangs it up the boards, but again, they cannot clear. 8:10 to go here in the first. Centering pass finds a charging defenseman. Wrist shot blocked. Stepping up to knock it away. Now the defender goes the other way. Gerwitz with some speed, but she's all by her lonesome. Avoids the little push. Tries to center one. Couldn't get that puck past one of the white jerseys. And now it's banged out by Fisher. Fisher lobs one in. Duncan slows it down. And then saucers one over to the far boards. Cheeky little move by Brooks. Saints push it into the offensive zone. Trying to get a stick check onto it. Puck pops up along the near side wall, and now they dig in once more. Shot just wide from Flock. Ricochets off the far boards. Jab down low by Brawley. Lions trying to clear as now they've been hemmed in for about 30 seconds. Kicking, jabbing at it. Saints just toss it in behind the cage. Maryville will go off on a change as Coach Tommy Lang trying to keep his troops fresh. Little sauce from Frost as that goes into the bench. And we'll have a center ice face-off with 6:57 to go in the first. For those of you just joining us, Maryville wearing the black, heading left to right on your screens. Lindenwood in the white, going the opposite way. Bring it in by Brooks. Man, I am struggling here tonight with all my verbiage. Good poke check, though, by the Saints to knock it away from Singheiser. Brooks knocks it up the wall, but Frank was right there to take it back. Long pass from Flock. Didn't find its way to its intended target. Lions with a shot from the far circle. Duncan made the save. Rebound popped loose. And then it was jabbed over to the far side. Now wrist shot in. And that one didn't miss by much. Jabbed away from Fuchs. Now O'Connor comes in. A lot of space here on the near wing as Maryville was in the middle of a change. They get away with it. Aaron puts it up the far boards. Up towards center. Poisson and Brawley were there. Neither one come up with possession. Duncan now out of her goal, needs to get back in. Now Poisson with a little bit of open space. 2 defenders out, 3 attackers for the Saints. Poisson from the left wing, gets it past one. Now the shot in and just wide. Great chance there for Jonan. Saints trying to wrap it around. It's loose along the far side, swept out in front mistakenly by the Lindenwood defender. Gerwitz gets on her horse and carries all the way around. Centers for Poisson, and she swept it right into a defensive stick. A good offensive flurry here from the Saints. And now it's given away as it slipped up. Brought in by Frost from the left wing. Tries to play it through the defender. Second opportunity, pad save. Pushed up the far side wall. Popped up in the air. Saints get it out towards center. A little bit close to too many men there for Lindenwood, but they got off in time. Nobody played the puck. O'Leary comes in. Tried to put it towards the slot. That was punched away. Jabbed back the other way by Brooks. Brought in by O'Leary. Brooks tied up in the corner. Is able to steal it back for herself. Filtered on to the near side. Lindenwood lifts it up the glass, and this one will escape the offensive zone. Shatford comes in, jabbed away with a good back check from Kelsall. Looking up towards the attacking blue line, but it was intercepted. Back the other way, and in comes Fortier. Fortier with a backhand chance. Second opportunity, and that just bounced wide. Would have been interesting to see whether the official would have counted that one, as that was close to her gloves. Saints don't clear. Knocked down by Fortier. Dropped off, and then the shot stopped. A scramble in front, and they knock it away. .340 to go here in the first period. Offensive zone draw for the Lions. Nobody gets clean possession. Stelzer steps over to the near boards, and now they fight for it again. Lillies comes up with it. Bad angle chance. Rings one off the post as it just barely missed the blocker. Perhaps Duncan got just enough. 12 shots to 5 in favor of the Lions. A cross ice pass knocked away. Stelzer heads up ice. Near side. It comes over for Greenfield. And she's taken to the boards. No penalty this time. Fisher slides it up the wall. It's intercepted. From the circle, shot on and a glove save. Good opportunity there for St. Louis, but right into the trapper. Saints win it back to the point. Brawley struggled to find a clean handle. Loose puck, dished off the boards. In comes Frost from the circle, and a stick save made. That was a planned play there for Lindenwood. They were going for the rebound, but Duncan wisely chipped it away. Long looping shot from Jonan ends up turned it into the near side corner. Lions get it over the stick, up to the blue line, and Singhauser will get it out. Back on the attack. Here comes Poisson from the near circle. Good angle, and she shot right into the goaltender. That puck just kind of went straight and true off of her stick. Didn't get any kind of curl off the toe. .214 to go here in the first. Solid period for both teams thus far. Slight offensive edge to the Lions based on the shot count, but overall it feels like the game has been reasonably even. A flitter out towards the blue line. as the Saints come back into their defensive zone. Kelsall popped one up towards the red line. Brooks has it there. She crosses the blue line on the attack, tries to slow it up, intercepted. Shatford comes back the other way. She doesn't have much support, takes a slapper, and that misses by about 2 feet. Wenham ties it up along the boards and then squirts loose, trying to come in on the angle. She shoots and a blocker save made. An excellent job of tracking the puck by Duncan, and she was able to punch that one away with the waffle. Cross ice it goes, onto the stick of Frost. She's fresh off the bench. A high whistler, and that one goes off a body and out. Ones all around up on the scoreboard except for the goals. First period, 1:11 left. Stelzer comes into the dot. Lions win it just outside the circle. Shot on, and Duncan saw it late but caught it right in the midsection. Illegal face-off, so they'll do it all over again. Saints win it. Rim it around to the near side with a hard push around the boards. Up the zone it goes. Brought down by Oderman. She was trying to sneak it up the ice for Toole, but not quite there. Toole just pushes it up right into the official circle, and again no further, as the Lions seem to have all the angles covered right now. A steal on the far side as it's brought in by Frank. She finds a man out in front. Saved by Duncan. A scramble in front, and now everybody's spilling all over. The official looks like they're going to put somebody in the box. Whether or not it'll even out is the main question. And I think it is going to, because he's pointing at one of the Lindenwood players. So the referee trying to keep track of who's going in. Stelzer is the one in the box for Maryville. It's going to be matching roughing calls. Lindenwood still trying to drag things out here. Nobody going over to the box. Finally, it looks like Claire Singhauser will go in. So I was misspoke. I said matching minors, but they don't wash each other out. Each team, I should say, will lose a man, or a woman, I should say. So 4-on-4 is what we skate. They're still trying to get it right up on the scoreboard. They had the initial penalty up against Singhauser, then now finally Stelzer's penalties on the board. So 4-on-4 for the final 34. A little bit of a bouncer from the end wall. Struggling to deal with it was Duncan, but she was able to cover it up in the end. No harm, no foul. 8 seconds come off the clock, so 27 left in the period. 1:49 left in the 4-on-4 play, so this will carry over into the second period. Little push pass up the zone. Now Poisson, she skates in behind, the stick in between her legs, back to the forehand. The arm is up in the air. Are we going to see a penalty shot? The net is dislodged. Hopefully Poisson is all right. And there will be no penalty shot. There will be a Maryville power play with a tripping call. So you could kind of sense that something like that was going to happen. The stick was up near her legs the entire time, and as soon as you try to readjust that, that's going to alter the skating pattern of the forward. It was McAlpine having a discussion with the referee, but into the box goes Tessa O'Connor, and it'll be a brief 4-on-3 power play to end this first period. Quick face-off win, and maybe the Saints can get something set up. They do win it. Comes back to Gurwitz. Her shot whistles wide and ricochets off the end wall. But another opportunity available with 11 seconds left in the first. That's exactly how you would draw it up as a coach. Gurwitz just put it wide on the shot. Trying to get it through traffic, looking for a deflection. Another opportunity for Gurwitz from the hash marks to the top of the circle, and she put it just wide. That didn't miss by much as she was looking for the upper 90 of the net. That'll do it for the first period, though. Scoreless after one. When we come back in the second period, there will be 122 of 4-on-3 play. And then following that, it'll be a 5-on-4 power play for Maryville. 0-0 at our first break. We'll take a break. When we come back here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network, we'll discuss this first period. And then after that, we will have the second period puck drop. This is Maryville Saints Hockey.
In today's sports world, high-quality video and accurate data are key elements for improving team results, player development, and fan engagement. Pixelot, the world's leading AI automated sports production company, provides an end-to-end video and data solution for fans, players, and coaches. Pixelot systems are installed around the world and produce thousands of live matches every day with customized live graphics, ads, color commentary, and play-by-play.
Left wing feed goes.
At the end of the game, our AI generates highlight reels 100% automatically. Analysts and the coaching staff get video breakdowns and stats from VidSwap, Pixelot's video analysis platform. Each game captured is automatically broken down by sports professionals on a video editing platform for in-depth analysis. The real-time game breakdowns from live video and official data include shot charts, heat maps, and detailed game, team, and player stats. The platform offers a variety of editing and self-coding tools, so you can easily review plays and coach your team better both during and after the game. This all-in-one, cost-effective solution also allows you to telestrate, tag, and add notes to each move, and watch your upcoming opponent's matches on the Video Exchange platform. Pixelot produces and analyzes thousands of games every single day from over 130 leagues and tournaments around the globe. Join the AI revolution in sports.
Mi brucia tutto, non vedo il fondo, non lo reggo un altro secondo.
Gambe a pezzi e manca tanto, basta mollo, non me la sento.
Non ho fiato e sono lento, non giocherò mai, zero talento.
Pedalate pesanti, non ho più spinta, ma quale cima, non basta la grinta.
Non prendo una palla, sono sfinita, male oggi, penso in partita.
The CCM one-piece boot.
The CCM one-piece boot?
If I had these in my day,
I could have been Connor McDavid.
I could have been Connor McDavid.
Anyone could be Connor McDavid. Helps make your feet faster, gives you a closer fit. Anyone can be Connor McDavid. Looking sharp, bud. Good thing you got that one-piece boot, you duster.
Hi, I'm Keegan with How Ice Hockey Tape, and today we're going to be talking about using a skate stone. Skate stones are a pregame or an in-game tool to help sharpen dull or nicked blades that have lost their edge. When you're using a skate stone, it's extremely important to remember never to touch the bottom of the blade. It's only to be used on the sides of the blade. So what you're going to do, take your skate stone and you're just going to make a couple passes along the side of the blade, not using too much pressure or too little pressure, just making a couple passes on both sides. Using the skate stone is just a temporary fix. It's not a good substitute for getting your skate sharpened. Make sure to get your skates to your trusted skate shop for the perfect cut.
Just a dream.
Go back to sleep.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Hogan Trucking, comprehensive transportation, straightforward solutions.
And welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center for your first intermission report. Todd Panula along with you. We're scoreless through 20 minutes of play. It was a little bit of a slow start to that first period for your Maryville Saints as they came out of the gates a little bit, I don't want to say sluggish, but they didn't necessarily seem to have the jump you would like to see right off the bat, especially playing against somewhat of a rival in the Lindenwood Lions. But for their positives, you end up seeing a pretty good defensive affair from the Maryville Saints. They allowed a decent amount of shots, but they kept the quality scoring chances somewhat down. As we talk about that, let's look at some of the statistics for the first period of play. As you can see, 18-8 in terms of the shots favoring Lindenwood. Lindenwood won the statistical battle, as you managed to see again. The scoring chances 5-3 in favor of the Lions, and they blocked 6 shots compared to 5 for the Saints. But overall, when you factor in the fact that Lindenwood had to block 6 shots of the Saints, that does speak a little bit more to the fact that they had more chances than their overall shot total would lead you to believe. So if you kind of incorporate that with the block shots as well as the 3 scoring chances, the Maryville Saints had a decent offensive showing in that first period. But again, it didn't come along in the offensive flow to get things in a steady pace until the end of that first period. That's when Maryville started kind of getting their legs underneath them, and now they need to hopefully carry that into the second period. For the Lions, really it's kind of a case of all you need to do is much of the same. They generated a decent amount of chances, 18 shots on goal. Sawyer Duncan didn't have to make any huge flashy saves, but she still needed to be solid in net to keep her team even in this one with a 0-0 score at the break. So Lindenwood really just kind of needs to keep up the pressure. They were stealing a lot of pucks in the neutral zone, which caused breaks back the other way. Maryville, for their part, is going to have to kind of limit some of those turnovers, especially around the blue lines. We've heard a lot of different NHL players, former NHL player and former Blues broadcaster Kelly Chase used to say that the 2 feet kind of either side of the blue line is about the worst place that you can turn the puck over, because a lot of times if you give the puck away there, the rest of your team is heading one direction or the other, and it's going to lead to an offensive zone break for your opponent. We've seen that a couple times for Lindenwood. Fortunately for the Saints, the Lions weren't able to generate a lot of speed and gain quality opportunities off of those breaks, but that luck can only hold up so long. That'll do it for our first intermission report, though. When we come back, we'll have your second period puck drop, and we'll see if either one of these teams can break the deadlock. It's 0-0 after 1 period of play. This is the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Hi, I'm Keegan with How Ice Hockey Tape, and today we're going to be talking about using a skate stone. Skate stones are a pregame or an in-game tool to help sharpen dull or nicked blades that have lost their edge. When you're using a skate stone, it's extremely important to remember never to touch the bottom of the blade. It's only to be used on the sides of the blade. So what you're going to do, take your skate stone and you're just going to make a couple passes along the side of the blade, not using too much pressure or too little pressure, just making a couple passes on both sides. Using the skate stone is just a temporary fix. It's not a good substitute for getting your skate sharpened. Make sure to get your skates to your trusted skate shop for the perfect cut.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
It's just a dream.
Go back to sleep.
There's power in numbers. Number ones will cook you with that first step.
Your L, sir. Compliments of the chef.
Number 10s, more gold than Midas.
Midas who?
24s will live in your head. 33s put in so many hours, they'll be the first to defeat Father Time.
What you got, 33?
Clowns up, old man.
Run it back. I said run it back.
50s, ice in their veins. And 87s are so good, they just set up shop in the end zone. There's power in numbers. Take yours. Powerade. More power for 0 to 99, more power for me.
Hi, and welcome to Maryville Hockey. Kathy Kilo Peterson, State Farm Agency here, and I'm Kathy. We are so excited to partner with Maryville Hockey this year. Please call us if we can help you with any of your insurance needs. We have life insurance, auto, home, renters, health insurance, and more. We would love to be able to help you. Go to kkilo.com. That has all of our contact information. Two winning teams coming together, Kathy Kilo Peterson State Farm and Maryville Hockey. Enjoy the game and go Saints!
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Arco Construction, the design and build people.
Play. 3 Lions out on the ice. That's all they are allowed to start this second period, as they have 2 players in the box. We'll have 4 countering them for the black-clad Maryville Saints. The teams have swapped sides. Saints will be heading right to left on your screen. 20 minutes up on the clock. 1:22 left in the 4-on-3. And then after that, we'll have a brief 5-on-4. Saints win it, and they bang it off the near side boards in behind the net. Poisson gives chase, but Frost got there first. O'Leary digs in along the wall. Saints double her up. O'Leary comes away with it, trying to find somebody out front. Slows it up along the circle, circles back. Out to Gurwitz at the point, skates up to the high slot, looking for a return pass from Poisson. She missed it and has to cycle it down into the corner. Back to Poisson as she tracks it back towards the point. Gurwitz trying to get a shooting angle, put it wide. Rebound chance, and a pad save denies O'Leary. Back to Gurwitz, walks the line and heads up towards goal. Give and go along the circle. Gurwitz goes far side to Poisson. Poisson and Gurwitz exchange places. Poisson skates all the way around, dishing play, and the goaltender had absolutely no idea where that was, but she still made a skate save. 22 seconds left in the 4-on-3. Another long shot, and a stick save was made, and the rebound bounded off the body of O'Leary. Lions trying to just tie it up to kill off some time here. Caught in along the boards. Referee sees the puck loose enough to not blow that down. 20 seconds of 5-on-4. Both teams had some players a little slow to get out of the box, mostly because there's no attendance this evening. And apparently that was offside. The official saying that Stelzer crossed the line before the puck. That's not going to win her any favors over with her bench, but just kind of one of those plays that you get enough speed going through the neutral zone, and then the puck just didn't come at the right time. Emily Shaw giving her teammate a pat on the back. 3 seconds left, and the Maryville power play goes by the wayside. Saints 0 for 2. Stolen by St. Louis and then given right back. Pilford at center. Saints back in control with Brooks. Goes rink wide with it. St. Louis puts it off the dashers as it rolls in, and she heads off on a change. Wenham gets a little bit of a bump, jabs it up the boards, right into the skates of Cooper. Lions push it back over towards the near side. It's stolen by Fuchs. Brooks tried to slip it across, and it was knocked away. Looking for Cooper. In on the attack, Wenham. Fuchs was switching. Wenham took the shot. Collision over in the corner. Lions look to get it out in the middle, and that one denied. Saints trying to find a stretch play. Up the near side boards. They get it to Oderman. She was going 5-hole, but the door was closed. Probably one of the better looks the Saints have had all game long. 10th shot of the game for Maryville. But a good pad stop by McDonald. (17-17). Saints doing a late change as Emily Toole goes off the ice. Lions win the draw, and it's knocked up the ice by Turcotte. All the way down, missed everybody, so it'll be an icing call. And we'll do it all over again, except this time on the far circle. O'Leary steps in against McAlpine. Far side linesman didn't like what he saw in the circle, so they'll hold it up. Now everybody's set. And McAlpine wins the draw. Turcotte tosses it far side. Finessed up the boards. McAlpine will skate onto it. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Lions. They take a shot and McAlpine whistles it high. Puck comes all the way down into the Lions zone. They'll reset in behind their own cage. Saints almost made a steal, and then the reverse hit took out Oderman. Back out to center off the skates. Banged off the wall. Not in, though. Saints get it. St. Louis from the far circle. On or off wing. A little shovel towards the goal, but it never materialized into a shot. High off the window as Gerwitz puts it right back in on the attack. Poisson couldn't quite get herself up against the boards to keep that one in. McAlpine back out to center. Lions come in on the left wing. Little poke check from Gerwitz knocks it away. Lions have to be careful as they had players coming off the bench right around that puck. Fisher puts one up towards the slot. Sticks were tied up, so the Saints collect. Too far for Poisson, and this one will be an icing call with 15:41 to go here in the first. So the teams have traded icing calls here in the second period. Scoreboard doesn't indicate that. Still says the number 1 up there, but we know what it really is. Loose puck as it headed towards the end line. Saints pick it up. Little sauce up the middle. Too hard to handle. Second opportunity. In comes St. Louis. She gets to the near side circle. Shoots, score! Through the wickets of the defender, off the iron and into the back of the net. They couldn't draw it up much better for Maud St. Louis. And the Saints lead 1-0. So Maud St. Louis, aptly named for the area that she's playing collegiate hockey in. Comes up with the first goal of the contest against Lindenwood here. The area that she's playing collegiate hockey in. Comes up with the first goal of the contest against Lindenwood here tonight. The goal in the second period at 4:36. A bouncer knocked down by the Saints in their own zone, but then they give it away. Here's Fuchs on the puck. Little poke check on the back chance, and they score. A quick answer there from Kennedy Frank as it was jabbed over to the far circle. Frank collected and deposited it through the 5-hole. So 28 seconds after the Saints take the lead, the Lions tie it up. Frank with the goal at 5:02. So all back to square. A floater over here towards the near side. Turcotte knocked off of it. But then it's stolen from O'Brien. Turcotte drops it. A wrister was knocked down. Stewart with the opportunity. Over to the far boards. Wenham just tosses it towards goal. Save made by Duncan. Saints try to push it out to center. Handled through the neutral zone. Gerwitz on her horse. Up to the circle. And then a little poke check from Wenham as the two number 2s do battle. Thrust around as O'Brien put a stick to it. O'Leary is in there as well. O'Brien looking for an avenue. Puck just slid away from her. Fuchs up the near side. From the circle, slows it up. Saints on the back check, able to steal it away. Taken right back. Duncan sticks it over into the far corner. Burke is setting up shop in the middle, but the Saints able to make a steal and push it out. Brooks on the forecheck, but all by herself. Saints are changing their lines. A feathered pass over to the far side. Put up in by Burke. That was twisted around. Straver comes over, looking for an option in the middle. Finds somebody, but it just snuck underneath the stick of Bell. Knocked down at the blue line, and then I spoke too quickly as White had it bounce over her stick. Popped over to the far side. Burke in a race. Outworked by Cooper. And now what are we going to get? A roughing call? 12:59 to go here. Roughing is the call, and into the box goes Addison Cooper. So Lions with their first power play of the contest. They've already struck here in this period, and now they look to take their first lead of the game. Saints win the face-off. O'Brien sent it back towards the end line, but Saints cannot clear. Frost with a long shot, score! That one looked like it bounced off the crossbar and into the back of the net. An absolute wicked shot from Mackenzie Frost. And Lindenwood has doubled their pleasure and taken the lead 2-1. So the Lions now 1 for 1 on the power play. Frost with the goal at 7-12. Lindenwood leads by a goal. The captain, Tessa O'Connor, tossed it over to the near side, skated in on the far wing by Shatford. She plays it off the boards and around. Shatford sidesteps the official, drops it off, and then the pass along the blue line eventually filtered down low. Bit of a bump play. Shatford tried to tie it up along the dashers. Saints scrape it away. Set up the far wall. McAlpine hammers it back the other way. Saints right at center. In comes Gerwitz. She rattles one into the corner. Little pop back out towards the crease, and it'll be covered. So after no goals scored in the first 20 minutes of play, we had 3 goals scored in under 3 minutes. From the corner, the Saints try to put it back to the point, but it rolls off the stick of Nab, and now she has to chase it down. Too hot to handle for Wasserman. In skates Turcotte. Pumps the brakes and spins away from pressure. Bad angle chance denied. Kept alive by Turcotte. Edge of the crease. Duncan will cover. It's a good pressure there from Philippe and Turcotte as the Lions starting to buzz a little bit more on the offensive end. Coach Lang looking for some sort of combination that'll get his team back into this one. They had some good shifts to open up the period. It seemed like the air was let out of the balloon a little bit once the Lions got on the board. Turcotte with a wrister, that's knocked down, but then the puck came loose. It's out in front. Goaltender is taken out. Duncan is down. There's a penalty coming. Turcotte touches the puck. Duncan is still down. Face down on the ice. The Saints will go to the power play, but right now their main concern is the well-being of their goaltender. It was difficult to tell what happened on that play. There was a collision in the crease. And I kind of think that the Lindenwood player ended up falling on top of Sawyer Duncan. From my vantage point, it didn't seem as though there was any kind of intent for that to happen. It was just one of those plays where there was nowhere left for her to go. The collision happened, and then bodies kind of spill over one another. The head referee talking with one of his linesmen, trying to figure out what they're going to call this one. Again, from our vantage point up here, I wouldn't imagine it would be any more than a 2-minute penalty, but that is speculation at this point. Duncan is at least now sitting upright. But still kind of struggling to move a little bit. And I think at least for now, we are going to get a goaltending switch. So Caitlin Cadrain will come in. Whether or not that is a long-term switch or just to get Duncan an opportunity to shake off the cobwebs is remaining to be seen. So Sawyer Duncan, based on her body language, not happy to come out of this game, but that is the mentality of just about any goaltender. She's still kind of hunched over along the bench, so this may end up being a change for the rest of the game to get Cadrain in there. And it's somewhat of a shame, obviously, the score line going against Duncan right now, but she's played a pretty good game up to this point, faced a lot of pressure, 20 saves on the night. But again, there was a clear difference in her style of play compared to last year, in which she still had a pretty good season, but again, handling the puck wasn't necessarily a strong suit. Seems to have cleaned up a lot of that. And she does have her mask and pads back on, so I wouldn't be surprised perhaps if she's coming back into this one. Power play chance. That was close to knocked down with a high stick. They say that Lindenwood got a piece of it. O'Leary gives it up. Now onto the Sturkle. Drop back for O'Leary. Down low. Return pass off the skate of O'Leary. Looking for Gerwitz at the point. O'Leary takes a wrister, and that's off a defensive stick as White got a piece of it, and it goes out of play. Saints with their third power play of the game. They are 0 for 2, and we will see a goaltending change, so Duncan wanting to see this one out. I would have to imagine that the coaching staff will keep an eye on her, make sure that she's comfortable during that first save that she's eventually going to make. Stolen away, now Poisson from the end line looking to get it out front. She's going to try to cycle it in herself. It comes out to Gerwitz. She scores! Utilizing the screen in front, Gerwitz puts it in the back of the net. Tie game on a power play, Saints goal. Saints are now 1 for 3 with the man advantage. Gerwitz with a fantastic shot to beat the goaltender. And again, normally the goaltender's best friend is the post, but here tonight, we've seen definitely 2, if not 3 goals scored ringing off the iron and hitting the back of the net. So the goalie's friend has turned into their enemy here tonight. Aaron pops it off the boards over to the far side. The roller caught up along the dashers. Lions able to steal it away. Lost on the circle again as the Saints pilfer it back. A little quick shot from the far side, speared away. try to get it up, and that one is knocked away. Saints go off on a change as we close in on the midway point of this contest. 2-2 is your score. Both teams have power play goals here in the second period. All 4 goals have been scored in the second period as well, as we have an icing call. O'Brien into the face-off circle for the Saints, but it's won instead by Frank. Chatford on the far side has it knocked away. Taken back by Brooks, and she had her pocket picked. Slipped over here to the near side, and now here comes Frank. Frank puts it in towards the high slot. Chatford shot, score! Both teams basically kind of mirroring each other in how they're accomplishing some of these goals. Chatford got it in the slot, managed to utilize the defender that was in front of her as a bit of a screen, and the Lions regain the lead. So Gerwitz scored on the power play at 9:06. Chatford regains the lead for the Lions at 10:20. Now the question mark is whether or not this scoreline changes, as both of these teams have really become accustomed to 3-2 finals one way or the other. Trying to lift a stick of Greenfield, unsuccessful. The Lions do pick it up in behind their own net. Fuchs jams it off the wall. Frank sends it over towards the middle. Brought in by Singheiser. Little poke check. Knocks it away as Gerwitz catches up to it. She's ridden into the boards. And now they scrum. Saints dig it out. Souped up towards the offensive zone, but the Saints cannot gain it under control. A roller back up towards the center ice logo. Punched back in the other way. Again, the referee gets in the way. Lions have it, and a shot ends up in the far corner, as that one was not on target. 8:46 to go here in the second. Saints looking for another tying goal. They had the lead, and they allowed 2. Gerwitz regained the tie game, with the Lions back on top. Not enough angle on that dish off the boards, and that leads to an icing call against Maryville. So no line change for the Lady Saints, and they'll have a defensive zone draw as well. Face-off will come from the far side to Duncan's right. Straver in against Stelzer. Straver wins it. Wenham with a wrister looking for a deflection, and it went the other way. Bell got a stick to it, but off the heel instead of the toe. Straver is down on the ice. Gerwitz picks it up in the corner. Tried to go hard off the end wall. Good move to push up by Toole, but then it went off of a Lions stick. Saints regain it at the red line. Bell steps in front of that. Pops back towards the Maryville blue line. Far side pass. Toole just jams it in as she wants to head off on a change. Oh, there was a good opportunity for Jonan. And unfortunately, that puck kind of rolled on her. Back out to the red line. Reversed in by Kelsel. Cross ice pass. Too far for everybody. Duncan's going to have to do something with it, as she had Lilies charging in with speed. So she freezes it up with 7:20 to go in the period. Coach Lang wanting a last moment change. Not a wholesale change, as it's just Poisson coming out with San Luis. Again, the puck in towards the crease, so we'll do it all over again as Duncan covers. Another face-off win by the Lions. Saints doing their best to tie things up right in front of the Lindenwood bench. Raleigh hit the ice. Still jabbing away at this thing. Referee's over here on the near side. Can't have a good view of the puck. But he still says to play on. Lions come out with it. Frost tried to put it towards goal. That was actually Philippe. But the shot was blocked. Clearance denied as Kelsel had a body in front. Poisson. The stick kind of took her out from behind. The referee was right there. Going to say that that was on a follow-through, so there's no penalty coming up. Bit of a slew foot there. Not intentional with the skate, though. Nevertheless, when you fall on your backside that way, it's never going to feel very good. 6:29 to go here in the middle frame. Saints win the draw this time, but it's pilfered away from San Luis. Pitchforked up towards the blue line, and then Aaron knocked down the shot. She cannot clear. Frost has it sent away. Saints trying to get anything rolling here. A bad angle chance off the blocker. Centering pass denied. And then Greenfield looks to head away. Has to reverse to the near side. It rims along the boards. Right along the top of the dashers. Poisson had her pocket picked. Shatford sends it far wing. Kelsel sweeps it over to the boards. Shatford right back into the corner. Hands it off. Takes it back. Kelsel trying to tie things up. San Luis, who scored the first goal of the game. And what seems like a long time ago, despite the fact that it happened in this period. Now a bouncer comes over here to the near wing. In skates Frank. She's on the puck. Everybody trying to dig into the middle, and Frank will circle around. Takes a shot. That one just missed the glove hand side. Fuchs steps in, tosses one down low, intending it for Singheiser. Rolls over to the far side. Singheiser with a little bit of open ice. A backhander in front. Ended up as more of a pass, but the Saints live to fight another day. Brooks blows a tire right around the blue line. Has to go back to center to pick up her lost stick. Lions toss it off the near boards. Grabbed by O'Leary. Regathered on the far side. O'Leary from the corner kicks at it and lost it. Sealed up against the boards as O'Brien made the steal. And again, Saints just trying to find any bit of space. They're trying to push it around the perimeter. And each time they reverse it, it seems like they just take a little bit more out of that. O'Leary calling for it, but the pass just didn't have enough mustard on it to make it up the near side wall. Burke drops it back to her blue line. Straight up the middle for Wenham, now slightly to the left wing. Gerwitz gives her a little bit of a slash. On the wraparound, looking for the upper 90, and I think that one went off the crossbar. So Duncan, who looked very solid in the first period, has looked a little bit shakier here in the second, as the textbook on her seems to be to go up high, and that's somewhat easy to say because that's really kind of what you could say about any goaltender. Now a slap shot from Turcotte, knocked loose, and then the rebound just jabbed wide by Fisher. Fisher with a chance from the far circle, knocked down as Greenfield stepped in front of it. Saints cannot get it out of their own zone. Puck in behind their own net, brought around by Philippe. She tried to reverse and stuff, that wasn't available. Held in by Frost along the blue line. She sends one towards goal, and now the Saints, if they have enough energy, can push up ice. They cross the red line and just dump it in as Gerwitz needed to go off on a change. Wasserman couldn't get the puck at the blue line, so it comes all the way back. Wasserman in front of the Lions bench just tosses it away. Spiked in by Fisher. Claimed by Flock in behind her own goal. Flock avoids the stick check. That's actually Nab. Nab from the far circle. Sweeps one down below the end line. Poisson steps into it, but the puck still flitters away. Stolen now by St. Louis. Backhand pass looking for Poisson. She skates onto it in the corner. Puts it in front, but nobody in black was there. Lions on the counter. Knifing through the defense. A blocker save made by Duncan. Poisson is on the near puck from the near wing. She skates in all by herself. Shot off the defensive stick as Wenham made the block. Cross ice it comes. Saints back on defense quickly from the left side of the slot. The shot never materialized. Now the Saints in on a 3-on-2. The drop fast finds Brooks. Wrist shot off a skate. Brooks centers again. O'Leary and O'Brien were the targets, but neither one was found. Brooks from the far side half wall. Looks back to the point. Now she kicks it away, trying to keep it out of the possession of the Lions. Good pass finds Aaron. She didn't have too much in the way of options. And then fanning on the puck was O'Brien. McAlpine gets it out, and O'Leary's going to go to the box, so she got a little bit of her opponent. A frustration penalty there for Maryville, as O'Leary just wanted her pound of flesh. Put a solid shoulder into McAlpine, but that's not allowed. Arguments can be made whether or not the rules should be changed to allow that kind of play, but as things are right now, you're not allowed to body check in that fashion. So the second power play of the game for the Lions. They are 1-for-1. Saints win the draw, but a good hold in by Frost at the blue line. Rink wide it goes. Shatford with a shot, and the stick save made by Duncan. Aaron takes a spill right in front of her. .103 left to go here in the second period. Frank sweeps it back. Walking the line is Frost. Wrist shot in, deflected to the far side, but off target. McAlpine from the circle. O'Connor to Frost. Frost on it again, straight away, no shot available. O'Connor gives it up to Frost, peels back, walks the line, dishes far side to Shatford. She'll take a shot right into the skates of Gerwitz. She's bumped from behind. McAlpine makes the steal. Finds a man across the crease. O'Connor drops it off. Frost fakes the slapper. Shatford from the far circle. Her shot knocked away as Gerwitz stepped up. 20 seconds left in the period. McAlpine back to Frost at the blue line. Frost with a weak wrister, and that forces a pad save on the deflection. Stelzer gets it out, and that will do it for the second period of play. 5 goals scored here in the middle frame. We'll have 47 seconds of power play time for the Lions to open up the third as they try to increase their lead with the Saints nipping at their heels. 3-2 is your score as we head off into the second intermission. This is the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Howie's Stretch Grip Tape is a self-adhering cushiony gauze for better grip at the end of your knob. It's spongy for maximized comfort and cushion on your gloves, and it's soft yet abrasive to ensure the best grip. Howie's Pro Grip Tape is self-adhering with no adhesive to create an all-around grip on your stick knob. It uses a thinner material than our stretch grip tape to create a coarse, abrasive tack on your gloves, and it's used around the globe by professionals.
In today's sports world, high-quality video and accurate data are key elements for improving team results, player development, and fan engagement. Pixelot, the world's leading AI-automated sports production company, provides an end-to-end video and data solution for fans, players, and coaches. Pixelot systems are installed around the world and produce thousands of live matches every day with customized live graphics, ads, color commentary, and play-by-play. At the end of the game, our AI generates highlight reel, 100% automatically. Analysts and the coaching staff get video breakdowns and stats from VidSwap, Pixelot's video analysis platform. Each game captured is automatically broken down by sports professionals on a video editing platform for in-depth analysis. The real-time game breakdowns from live video and official data include shot charts, heat maps, and detailed game, team, and player stats. The platform offers a variety of editing and self-coding tools, so you can easily review plays and coach your team better both during and after the game. This all-in-one, cost-effective solution also allows you to telestrate, tag, and add notes to each move, and watch your upcoming opponent's matches on the Video Exchange platform. Pixelot produces and analyzes thousands of games every single day from over 130 leagues and tournaments around the globe. Join the AI revolution in sports.
College hockey. It's more than just what school you play for. More than just another sweater you pull on. It's about focus, determination, strategy, and poise. It's more than just packed rinks and screaming fans. It's about heart, skill, and passion. In nearly 30 years of the ACHA, we don't just play the game of hockey. We are the game of hockey. Hundreds of elite players and coaches from some of the United States and Canada's most prestigious programs. The American Collegiate Hockey Association. More than just a game.
Maryville University Hockey Center. I'm Jack Harris. I'm a sophomore forward.
I'm Jim Hunter, and I'm a freshman defense. And let's go check out the doghouse. Let's go take a look at our state-of-the-art locker room.
This is the coaches area along with our training room.
This is the media room.
Coaches do pre-game and post-game interviews in here, and as well we sometimes do team meetings in here.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Aero Charter, your private plane experts in St. Louis.
And welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center. Well, my. No score after one period of play, and then all of a sudden the teams combined for 5 goals altogether. Unfortunately for Saints fans, they are still on the short end of the stick after 40 minutes of play, as it's the Lions with a 1-goal lead. And everything seemed to happen in relatively quick succession, too. We got through about the first 4 minutes with teams kind of still trying to feel out that second period, trying to figure out what was going to happen with that long change. But once the goals started rolling in, they came rather quickly. As we take a quick look at some of the second period stats, And again, Lindenwood coming up with the better of the numbers, but it's only a slight edge. So right now, if Maryville can really kind of get themselves back on track, they aren't being outchanced by a ton. It's just a bit of a margin there with about a 5 difference. And then the shots kind of changed a little bit. That one is 26-14 in favor of the Lindenwood Lions. The big story for both teams really has kind of been the power play. I know on the screen it says that Maryville was over, but they ended up finishing 1 for 3 with a power play goal coming from Gerwitz. And then Lindenwood is 1 for 2 themselves. So some of those numbers need to be swapped just a little bit, but ultimately you get the overall picture. Kind of recapping the score line, St. Louis opened up the scoring for the Saints back at 4:36 as she was able to sweep in a loose puck from the front of the net. But then it would be 2 unanswered goals for Lindenwood as Frank would score at 5:02, and then Frost on the power play at 7:12. Gerwitz would answer with a long power play goal to tie things up 2-2. That one came at 9:06 of the middle frame, but then Shatford would answer not too long after with a goal at 10:20, sneaking it through the 5-hole and making this a 3-2 score. Still 20 minutes to play, still 20 minutes for either of these teams to break up what has been somewhat of a recurring scoreline in some of their contests. Lindenwood beat Miami of Ohio 3-2 in their first game. They lost 3-2 against Liberty in their last game. Similarly, Maryville's lone win was a 3-2 overtime win, and they have lost 3-2 in their last 2 games. So if nothing else, these teams would like to at least kind of break up that scoring trend one way or the other. Obviously, the Saints hoping that their third goal will at least put them back in this contest. We'll see what the third period has in store for the Lions and the Saints. Don't go too far. We'll have the third period puck drop coming up here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Red Brick Roofing, wherever you live, from Bridgeton to Baldwin, Brentwood to Kirkwood, St. Anne to St. Charles, wherever you live. Hazelwood to Maplewood, the name you know. Red Brick Roofing, wherever you go. For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof. Red Brick Roofing.
St. Louis, 314-645-2000.
I enjoy working with Lauren because she's really consistent. She follows up, she makes the process as quick as she can, and just really helps get you in, get you out, and make sure you know everything you need to. Hi, I'm Jessica, and I bought a 2021 Ford Edge for my company today from Lauren Sutter. So my company is expanding their sales force and needed to equip our new business managers with a vehicle, and we reached out to Lauren at Lou Fuse to get them with the right SUV. She helped us find the 2021 Ford Edge. I purchased my first one from her a couple months ago, and the process was so painless and easy. that I'm back again for my second one, and we'll be back again probably in a couple months too, by another. I think somebody would come buy a vehicle from Lauren at Lou Fuse if they're looking for an easy process, somebody who is not going to guide them in the wrong direction and help them get exactly what they're looking for.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. Lost together, we discovered ourselves again. And we realized that the things that matter deserve time. From now on, we're not going to leave anything on our plates. Because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Howie's Stretch Grip Tape is a self-adhering cushiony gauze for better grip at the end of your knob. It's spongy for maximized comfort and cushion on your gloves, and it's soft yet abrasive to ensure the best grip. Howie's Pro Grip Tape is self-adhering with no adhesive to create an all-around grip on your stick knob. It uses a thinner material than our Stretch Grip Tape to create a coarse abrasive tack on your gloves, and it's used around the globe by professionals.
A lot of the times, students that are thinking about entering our program, they have a lot of questions. They've done their research. A lot of the questions that the students have are based upon outcomes. Where am I going to be 4 years from now if I decide to be in the Rawlings Sport Business Management program? Here, I'll show you. Here's where our alumni work now. We have students working in the athletic department at universities. We have students working for sports teams. We have students working for sports agencies, whether it be an abstract marketing, a Learfield Sports, an IMG. Those are a lot of the organizations that are hiring our students, as we do have a lot of our alumni who do work for sports teams, whether it be the Houston Rockets, the Kansas City Royals, the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Many of our students have worked for those agencies and continue to work for those types of organizations now.
The CCM one-piece boot. The CCM one-piece boot? If I had these in my day, I could have been Connor McDavid. I could have been Connor McDavid. Anyone can be Connor McDavid. Helps make your feet faster, gives you a closer fit. Anyone can be Connor McDavid. Looking sharp, bud. Good thing you got that one-piece boot, you duster.
This is the MSHN Intermission Report, brought to you by the following. Aero Charter, your private plane experts in St. Louis.
Welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center as we are underway in the third period of play. We open things up with the Lindenwood Lions on the tail end of their power play. They come into the zone with possession. Shot in, whistles just across the crease, and it rattles all the way out. Far side it goes as Wenham blows a tire. Still got the puck where it needed to go. Shatford comes in on the near wing. She'll take a little bit of a bouncer. That one almost handcuffed Duncan, but she was able to turn it into the near corner. Saints can't clear, though, and they try to punch it 5-hole as Frank was on the doorstep, but Duncan managed to get the pads down. 11 seconds left in the penalty to number 11, Colleen O'Leary. .37 seconds played here in the period. Back to Frost at the point. She'll take a slapper. That got all the way through, and Duncan eats it up. Five more seconds until O'Leary can come out of the box. Interesting that all those goals were scored on fewer shots than we saw in the first period. Maryville with 2 goals on 6 shots in that period. 3 goals for Lindenwood on 8 shots compared to 18 and 8 for their respective teams in the first, and they went scoreless. Shatford pumps the brakes in the corner, puts one out in front. She had Frank, but the puck just avoided the stick. O'Leary, fresh out of the box, just kind of bangs one up towards the red line. Lindenwood collects. Shatford almost overskated and then has it jabbed loose by Brooks. Puck loose along the near boards. Brooks finds O'Leary. She tried to sneak one in, and then she gets a little bit of a slash from the goaltender. McDonald not appreciating that late stick coming in there, but technically the puck was still loose as the glove was just coming down, but goalies don't like that. Back to Aaron. She'll send it around the boards. The return pass couldn't be found. Lions push one out. Set up towards the blue line. Now Kelsel gets it up to the attacking line. In come the Saints. An opportunity from the near circle, just past the far post. Poisson sweeps it in behind the net. St. Louis is rumped up. Back the other way it goes. Rink wide. Intending it for Fisher. She's bumped off. She'll head off on the change. Jabbed over towards the near boards. Stelzer sees the pressure coming. Knocks down her opponent. Poisson comes in. Fans on the first attempt, and then second time, Lions will clear. Now a bit of a missed angle there. Shot in just wide on the far side, and then one of the Lion players collides with the boards. That is Callie Philippe. She gets back up, tries to stay in on the attack. Stelzer ties her up. Gerwitz slaps it over towards the near boards. O'Connor holds it in. Stick save made on the long shot. A bouncer back out in front. Toole looks up ice, stick handles around one, and then got tied up by the stick of Frank. Loose puck along the far boards. Toole fans on it. Pops in towards the middle of the rink. Counterattack for Singheiser, and her shot was stopped. In the corner, they dig in along the wall. Scraped off by Brawley. She sends it off the backside of her teammate. Long shot was blocked. Another opportunity from Frost off the end wall. Turcotte holds the zone. From the far circle, Frank looking for options. She'll gallop in behind the net. Frank spins away from pressure to the near side boards, to the dot, to the hash marks, and then the shot was blocked. Turcotte again holds his own, banging it off the wall. Frank will head off on a change. The rest of her teammates stay out there. Turcotte pinches in, puts one towards goal. The stick save put it in a dangerous area. Frost slap pass, near circle shot. That one off the side of the cage. Duncan takes a spill as she was knocked down. No penalty coming, as it was her own teammate that kind of collided with her as she was trying to hold on to that post. Shatford can't find the handle on the near side. This one will cross all the requisite lines, and we'll have an icing call. The clock stops with 15:38 to go in the third. And so far, it has been all Lindenwood in the third, as they've already got 6 shots on goal. Into the corner and scooped over to the far side by Wenham. Lindenwood has it tied up along the half boards as the Saints reverse it. McAlpine jabs it over towards the near boards. Neither team can get it off the perimeter right now. It does come all the way out to the Maryville zone. Cross ice pass misses everybody, but they wave off icing. Shatford with a clean handle. Right up the gut as she sidesteps Oderman. Dishes into the attacking zone. Gerwitz will race onto it. Gives it up and then recollects as it exploded off the stick of Strayer. They get it out in front, but then Burke fan on the shot. O'Connor just sweeps it down low. Bell with a bad angle chance denied. Wenham takes a wrister. Right toe save. Saints looking to counter. Off the boards as Cooper sent it off the dashers. Not under control as there were too many Lindenwood sticks in the way. Another icing call against the Lions, and the clock will stop with 5:30 played here in the third. A good showing in terms of the crowd. I know that you can't see most of it as it's just down below the camera line, but this program is building more and more, getting fan support for all 3 programs. The net seems to have been dislodged over on the far side. And despite the fact that St. Louis was pushed into the net, the referee says that the faceoff will come out of the zone. Maryville continuing to build this hockey program, both with the teams that already exist and ones that don't exist quite yet. Eventually, they're going to add a Division III men's team and a Division II women's team. They will basically have all their ACHA bases covered as we get an icing call against Maryville. Not quite 6 minutes played. All the offense has gone the way of the Lions. Only 1 shot on the board for Maryville in this period. But all it takes is 1, and then we have a tie game. Lillies wins the faceoff. Philippe gets it on the circle, intercepted on the way through. Here comes Brooks. Check that, it's Poisson, but she had her pocket picked from behind. Frost with it, just north of the end line. Ends up over on the far boards with Fisher. Chipped out towards center. That's knocked down. Lions sweep it back down into the offensive zone as they go off on a change. And then it pops up into the Maryville bench. The faceoff will stay in the zone. Coach Lang having a discussion with one of the linesmen. That's what the holdup is here. Frost against O'Brien on the draw. The puck came in on the crease, so Duncan will cover it up. We'll do it all over again. Turcotte held it in along the line. We've said that several times. Put it out in front. But luckily for the Saints, Aaron was there. She comes in on the near wing. Looking to drop it off for Brooks and put too much on it for as close as they were. Kelsel just cycles it down into the corner. Comes over near side. Wenham looking for options. Reverses it back far side. Fuchs tosses it up towards the red line. Gerwitz hammers it back and got a little too much air under that one as it goes into the Lindenwood bench. Neutral zone face-off just this side of the Maryville line. McAlpine scoops it in and chases it down. Gerwitz seals her off and takes control of it, at least for a moment. Brooks on the near side, sees it roll away from her. Now it's a foot race between O'Leary and White. Lions come away with it. Now they've got numbers going the other way as two players took a spill for Maryville. It's a 3-on-3 though as Lindenwood head off on a change on the defensive side. O'Connor fanned on the shot. McAlpine was almost tripped up as she was kind of tied up with Nab. And Maryville's able to shuffle it back out towards center. Off the glass and in as the Lions push the reset button. They'll change their forward lines this time. Straver trying to make a steal, able to bounce it over towards the near side. Brushed off the wall and then give it up to Strayer. She's on her off wing, swings at a backhander and misses. Turcotte once again pinching in from the point, keeps it alive for the Lions. Now a slapper in from Frost and that goes wide. Saints get it up to the blue line. O'Leary sees Bell coming, sidesteps her a second time and then runs right into the shoulder of Frost. Turcotte spins one over to the far corner. Here comes Frost on her horse. Stick handles around one, and then a poke check made by Duncan. 11:20 left to go in the period. A bouncer over to the far corner. Yanked off the wall, but right back to Lindenwood. Wenham looking for options. She's down, and the puck out to center. O'Connor flipped it around the boards as Stelzer was just a step too slow. Wenham with another chance. High shot knocked down by Stelzer. Gerwitz flips it up to the circle. Toole heads out on the far wing, and she'll dump and chase. Toole goes hard into the box, or into the boards, I should say. She's slow to get up. Seemed to have done a little bit of a toe pick there. No icing here. Aaron sealed off by Lilies. Kelsel shoved up against the boards. Lilies reverses back onto the forehand from the far circle. Bad angle chance and Duncan catches. Seems to have been an injury on one of the other rinks, so they're asking if the trainer could go over and check on that. Face-off won by the Lions. Kelsel made a steal initially, and then the centering pass was blocked. Knocked down by the captain. Now White goes far side. Long shot. That one missed on the far post. Ricocheted off the end wall. Kicked loose. Puck bouncing around in front. Duncan had to keep her edges sharp. Keep down on the ice. Kelsel dug it off the wall. Frank makes the steal, and it's off the shoulder of Duncan. Jammed back out in front, and that one will be knocked loose. Covered up by Duncan, and we'll have a face-off inside the zone with 9:42 to go. Face-off won by the Lions as they have taken a lot of those draws. Brooks gets it up the wall, but then it stuck right there as Brawley forgot about it. She gives it right back to Shatford. That was an accident. A bouncer over to the far corner. Settles down on end. O'Leary is able to pick up that puck. Kerwitz send it over the line. Delayed offside. Centering pass, and that was almost on target. Only the stick of Gerwitz denied a potential goal. Saints ice the puck, though, so the puck will come all the way back with 8:53 left in the third. Held in at the line as O'Connor kept it alive, at least for the moment. Gerwitz skates it out. Got it tangled up along the far boards, and now coming up the gut, Sennheiser. She'll take a wrister, and another save made by Duncan as she has been under siege here this evening. Frank wins the face-off for the Lions. O'Connor flips one in behind the net. Tied up as Aaron got her stick in there. Franks drops it. O'Connor from the half wall sends one towards goal. Seltzer says get away. Frank recollects on the far end. She tries to take a shot. Blocker save, and it's loose in the crease. Everybody flying around. They score. Duncan could never find it. I think it ended up in between her legs as she was spinning around. That pushed it over towards the far post, and Frank collects another goal to make it a 4-2 lead. So Frank with her second of the game at 11:47. And now Maryville has a tall task in front of them if they hope to catch up in this one. Right back in. Shatford denied with a blocker save by Duncan. Her confidence has not waned in this game despite 4 shots getting in behind her. Saints recollect at center. Now they come in with numbers. St. Louis goes to Poisson. She takes a wrister and puts it wide. Got to put that on target given the situation. Now a breakout attempt back the other way. Lindenwood comes in. McAlpine charges to the net. The shot comes in from the circle, and Duncan is taken out of the play. .7:38 remaining in the third period. 2-goal lead. Strayer wins the draw, but Aaron comes up with the puck. That puck kind of rolled on her. Otherwise, she would have had enough steam to get that out. Now here comes Johnson. She skates into the zone. She's got St. Louis in support. Johnson in on goal, and it's a blocker save to deny. Wasserman from the boards. In behind the net. St. Louis looking for space. She's taken out. No penalty coming. Poisson on the puck. Slices through the defense. She shoots, and it's a glove save. Excellent push here on the offensive end for the Saints, but they come up empty. A good answer, though, after giving up a goal here in the third period. Going to need to see more and more shifts like that from the Saints. Everybody hacked and whacked at that puck. O'Brien couldn't win the faceoff, though. Wenham comes in, shoots over the goal. Brooks with a chance to charge up into the offensive end. Flips it over to the far side, nobody home. Lillies takes it for the Lions, comes back out to Philippe at center. She bangs one in. Nab tosses to Gerwitz. Brooks is up the wall. Tried to flip it into the middle and gave it away. Fisher takes it away from Brooks. And now they dig in along the wall. Gerwitz with a bit of a shove. And Nab was able to jostle that one loose. Gerwitz in possession. Shovels it into the corner. Carries on around and shoots wide. The goaltender might have got a little bit of it. O'Connor hammers it off the boards. Lions look to get it out. Just about 14 minutes played here. O'Connor looks up, sees a lot of open ice, carries over all three lines, flips one towards goal and misses. Fuchs jabs one into the corner as it's pulled along to the near side. Frank with a potential hat trick in her back pocket. Saints trying to avoid that, but they need 2 goals themselves. A bouncer in on goal. Duncan avoids the pressure from Frank. Got a little bit of snow, but Duncan with a good save nevertheless. Lions with 42 shots. Saints have a couple matchups with McKendree coming up. Both teams with a little bit of time off, though. Not as much for the Saints as Duncan made another good stick save. Rebound pops loose. Too far for Poisson. Hammered right back in on a delayed offside. Lions touch up. Johnson has control of it. Sidesteps the initial pressure. Far side for Poisson. It did take a deflection, so no icing. Frost fakes off. Johnson makes the steal. Then puck got caught up in some snow. Johnson taken down. No penalty coming. It's 1-on-1. Frost never got the shot off. Good back check from Wasserman. Frost into the high slot. Takes one, and it's another save. Looking at the future schedule for both of these teams, Lindenwood will be off until October 29th, where they will play Arizona State. And that one will be part of a showcase event. So they're going to play Arizona State twice with a game sandwiched in between there. Maryville is off until Tuesday when they will play McKendree on the road. And then they will have an October 15th game against the Bearcats here at home. Nabbed, tried to jab it up the wall. Gerwitz lost it along the circle, but no shot came. Nab puts it up to the glass. Here comes O'Leary. She takes a shot, right toe save. Puck bounds over to the far side. Lions unable to clear initially. Second attempt for Wenham. Sends it over the line with a pass. Shatford gets it back into the attacking zone. 4:10 to go here. 2-goal lead for the Lions. Arm stays down as the stick was in the skates. Gerwitz trying to draw one loose. Instead, Strayer just kind of dances around in the corner. Poke check from Gerwitz, but she's just about gassed. Brooks heads up the middle. Poisson is with her. Drop pass finds Poisson to the high slot, trying to get it through traffic. Didn't work as it was blocked. Loose puck into the corner. Aaron peeled back. Held in along the far side by Kelsel. She gets it over to Johnson. She spins, finds a shooting lane. Puck over to the near side. Gaping net in front. But again, nobody for the Saints to collect. Back to the point for Kelsel. Wrist shot. Knocked down in front. A sweep shot, and that didn't miss by much from St. Louis. Aaron tried to seal it off along the boards. Lions get it out, but not far enough for icing. 3:05 to go. Far side, intercepted by Fisher. She'll just chip it right back into the offensive zone. Aaron trying not to give away. Philippe walls her off. Shot in from Fisher, knocked down. Saints recollect. Stelzer going to push the reset button in behind the cage. Almost had it knocked away. Near side it comes. St. Louis lost the edge and now has her legs taken out. Sticks very close to tripping calls for both teams, but the official letting everybody play right now. A flipper knocked down at the blue line, so that'll avoid an icing. Saints with fresh legs. Stelzer will stay out there. O'Leary and Toole in on the offensive end. Chipped off the boards, looking to get it back to the point. Shot in, but Flock's chance was denied. Off the cuff of the glove of the goaltender. Wouldn't settle for Toole as she was on the edge of the circle. Lily's heads off the other way. Toole knocks it away, and that'll force a delayed offside. And now it will be called as Lily's touched it up. 1:55 to go here in the third, and the Saints trail by 2. Coach Lang going to roll the dice here. He's pulling his goaltender. Poisson is out there. O'Leary thought about vacating. They're going to keep everybody else out there. 6 attackers. The goal is empty. Lions win the faceoff. Swept around Poisson. Kept alive, though, by Flock as she came in from the blue line. Flock doesn't keep it this time. Could be an icing, and it will be. So the Saints are going to have to win some of these faceoffs and get things set up in the offensive end. Being outshot by a pretty large margin. 43-22 is the shots. 4-2 is the score. Off the face-off, it's knocked down. Saints come up with it in the corner, jabbed away, and then sent down. And that didn't miss by much, maybe about 3 feet, but another icing call. And with the amount of faceoffs that the Lions have won, they're probably more than comfortable going for the empty net just about every time. Saints changing up a couple players as O'Brien takes a seat. Poisson stays out there. Johnson is with her. Saints along the far side of the goal. Pop loose to Brooks along the near side. Lost. Rolling puck to O'Leary. Back behind the net for Poisson. Wraparound attempt. Score! Sydney Poisson stuffs it in. And it's a 4-3 game. So Poisson with her 4th goal of the season at 18:48. And the roll of the dice worked out, at least on that play. And now we get a timeout. Coach Lang wanting to talk things over. Obviously, most of his instructions will be who goes where and what to do with the puck if you win the faceoff. If you lose it, obviously things become a little more complicated, especially with Duncan back in the net, at least for now. And that's probably the smart play. Every once in a while, you'll see a coach elect to go with the 6 attackers right off the faceoff. But again, the percentages not favoring the Saints here tonight in terms of faceoff wins. So probably a better decision to keep your goaltender in there until you can get possession of the puck. 1:12 left to go here in the third. It's a 1-goal game. Again, we mentioned that in the pregame, that Maryville has kept each and every game very close. But eventually you have to start wondering if you can get over the heartbreak of losing these nail biters. But the Saints hoping that they can get over that right now here. But the Lions take the face-off, and they will just shuffle it in. McAlpine puts it off the side of the goal. Duncan a little bit lackadaisical on that attempt, but she knew it was going wide. Stretch pass doesn't find Brooks, and then it bounces off the stick of O'Leary. McAlpine to the far circle, right pad save, rebound chance collected by the Lions. Under a minute to go. Frost has it at the point. Back to Shatford. She took a swing at that one. That was close to a high stick, but it didn't connect with the body of O'Brien. Lusso on the near side, and the Saints will get it. They try to push it up the boards, but Frost met it at center. Pushed away from Schafford. Now here comes O'Brien. Far side it goes. O'Leary on the puck. Goaltender to the bench. Sixth attacker out. It's Sidney Poisson. 20 seconds left. Off the side of the goal on the near side. Frost had it jostled loose. Poisson is on it. She stick handles around. Drops it back to Gurwitz. She finds a lane and shoots wide. Rebound chance denied. Loose puck with 6 seconds left. It's tied up in behind the net, and that looks like it's going to do it. The Lions hold on despite a flurry of activity late from the Saints. And again, the Saints with a good game overall, but just allowing one extra goal than they were able to score. So your final here at the Maryville University Hockey Center is the Lindenwood Lions knock off the Saints by a final of 4-3. So as the teams gather at center to shake hands, we'll step aside for one brief moment. When we come back, I'll give you the final thoughts on this game. Another tough loss for the Saints, but they continue to build some confidence as they will carry that into McKendree. We'll be back right here on the Maryville Saints Hockey Network.
Hello, America. This is a message for the brave people who want to get a degree online on top of all the other things going on in their lives. The higher education system is broken. 75% of Americans say it's easier to succeed with a degree, but only 25% think the education system is fine the way it is. Something's not right. Here at Maryville University, we've been bravely disrupting the higher education system for nearly 150 years by putting students first, not the other way around. And now we're bringing it online. We believe education is not just about earning a degree, but about pursuing and achieving your dreams. That's why we develop programs in partnership with the businesses that will employ the leaders of tomorrow. The future belongs to the brave. Let's be brave together. Be brave and learn more now at maryville.edu/online.
And welcome back to the Maryville University Hockey Center. Todd Panula along with you here as we wrap things up in another tough defeat for the Maryville Saints as they fall to the visiting Lindenwood Lions by a final of 4-3. And as we mentioned, as I said in the pregame show, it's been a lot of close games for the Saints thus far. They've played 4 games now, and every single one has been decided by a goal one way or the other, with the lone win coming in the first game of the season, a 3-2 overtime win against Miami of Ohio. But now 3 straight games in which they have lost by a goal. 2 3-2 decisions against McKendree. Now they come home to play the Lions and fall in a heartbreaker by the score of 4-3. But it was just kind of a case of too little, too late in terms of the offensive pressure for the Saints. They did do a little bit better on the offensive side here in the third period as they mustered 9 shots compared to just 6 in the second period. But ultimately, it was a lot of economical chances for the Saints, as despite getting those 6 shots in the second period, they did manage to get a couple goals. So ultimately, you can't necessarily argue with the quality of chances that Maryville had, but ultimately they needed just a little bit more possession, a little bit more push in the offensive zone. They were able to get a little bit of that in the third period, but when you end up with a 1-1 tie in terms of the goals scored in the third period, ultimately that's not going to do well for the end result. when you were behind heading into this final period. Recapping the scoring in the third period, it was a 4-2 score after 11:47 goal from Frank, so she ends up with 2 goals here tonight. Obviously, probably the player of the game in most people's estimation, as she ends up with the game winner here tonight for the Lions, as they improve to 2-2-1 on the season. Coach Andrew Miller going to be very happy with the end result for them, although they probably have a few things to clean up as well. Making a game out of it, though, late in the contest, 18:48 was the time of the goal for Sydney Poisson, as she was able to circle around on the wraparound, stuff it in, make it a game, make a little bit of a nail biter for the Lions, as the empty net was able to capitalize for Maryville on the 6th attacker, and Poisson was the 6th attacker. So Coach Lang rolling the dice a little bit there with the empty net, but Maryville able to capitalize, but unfortunately just not enough time left at the end to put in that tying goal. But still, we keep talking about it, and I know that the girls downstairs probably tired of hearing it, but these are the kind of moments that you kind of build off of. You learn from, you continue to build towards those next games, you take the lessons learned, and you deal with the disappointment as it comes, because eventually the results are going to start to flip around the other way for the Saints, as well as they've been playing, as steady as they have been playing. And it's just kind of one of those situations right now. I think you have to figure slow and steady wins the race, and eventually those W's are going to start to come. We'll see whether or not the Saints can pick up a win in their next game. Their next matchup will be on the road. As I mentioned, that'll be against the McKendree Bearcats. It'll be a home and home, although it won't be on consecutive days. Again, it'll be a Tuesday puck drop in McKendree. That comes in Lebanon, Illinois, as they face their rival for the 3rd time this season. They'll look for a little bit of revenge on the road, and then they'll come back here to the friendly confines of the Maryville University Hockey Center for a game on October 15th, and that'll be against that same McKendree team. So hopefully Maryville will be able to catch up and pull off a few wins in that matchup against McKendree. But for now, the Maryville Saints to fall at 1-3 after another 1-goal loss, but still the results not falling their way, but the play is there, and they just need a few more pucks to bounce their way, and then they'll get back to even strength in terms of the wins. That'll wrap it up for our coverage here this evening. For everybody here at the Maryville Saints Hockey Network, we thank you for watching. Again, Lindenwood knocks off the Saints by a final of 4-3. I've been Todd Panula. Hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. Until the next time, have a great evening, everyone.